am Sue Willie. Welcome to another episode of Inspire. Hey y'all. Welcome to another episode of Inspire. I see y'all coming in. It's so good to be with you on this Saturday morning. So I want to welcome my Facebook crew. I want to welcome LinkedIn, welcome YouTube, welcome Instagram. And I'm on X for now. We'll see. I keep threatening to leave X. I think I'm actually going to leave it. I don't have much of an audience on there. And I don't like what they doing over on X. So yeah. I'm going to chat. But welcome to another episode. I see you typing in. Hey, Danny, how are you? Listen to me. I'm so grateful. Before I even introduce myself, I'm grateful for Vonne Williams, my return guest. I think this is her third time hanging out with me on Inspire, and I knew that when she came out with this book that I was going to have her back. And this book is amazing. And, there will be an opportunity for you to win a book. But of course, we're going to ask that you purchase a book. And I will repeat that as we go further into the program. But please do me a big favor as you are coming in. I want you to share. If you're an entrepreneur, if you desire to be an entrepreneur, you're thinking about starting your own business, this is a conversation that you do not want to miss. If you know, if you have friends and family and people in your network that are entrepreneurs, invite them to come and join us today so that we can have this conversation with Vonne. And I want you to be sure to ask your questions, okay? Listen, I'm not the only one asking questions over here. I want to make sure that any questions that you might have pertain to what we'll be talking about today, that you post them so that Vonne can answer those questions. The people are coming in. Hey Maya. And listen, we got South Africa in the house. Somebody say South Africa. Would I tell you Vonne is international? We're so grateful for South Africa, for Princessa. I hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, Vonne will let me know. Good morning, Daquita. I see y'all coming in. Listen. If you just joined us for the first time, you just kind of stumbled upon this program. You don't know who the hell I am and what this program is about. I am Sue Webley. I am your host. I'm an author. I'm a producer. I'm an award-winning minister, and I'm the founder of Kara Solutions LLC, which is a full digital service agency that helps individuals and organizations navigate the virtual space with confidence. And Inspire is a live interview style broadcast, which is on a mission to encourage, empower, and embolden all of you to create change in your personal lives, your communities, and in the world. And so as our guests, as they join us in conversation, our entrepreneurs, influencers, creatives, and others share their testimonies, tips, and tools with us. We hope that you are inspired to elevate your mindset, to pursue your dreams, and to do, as the late Dr. Katie Geneva Cannon put it so eloquently, the work your soul must have. We are live right now on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Again, I'm repeating this because I want to make sure that if you're joining me for the first time, I need you to come on, go ahead and follow, subscribe, like, connect, do all of the wonderful things. Connect, follow, like, subscribe. I need you to do all of those things, okay? please listen. We are expanding the scope of Inspire. I'll tell you a little bit about that later on, but we don't want to miss you to miss anything that's happening with us. And so please follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. And as always, you can head over to our website at www.getinspired.live to subscribe to our newsletter. You can also listen later on Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. We are on Inspired with Sue on all of those platforms. So I see y'all coming in. Now, y'all know the question I'm about to ask. If you've been with me any amount of time, we are in our fourth season. Come on, say number 4. We're in our fourth season, getting ready to turn 2 years old. I'm so excited about it. But what you sipping on this morning? What you got in your cup? Y'all see that I'm not home. I have my traveling shoes on. And so I got my handy dandy travel cup, which is just losing everything because that's how much I even use this in the house. Because it keeps the coffee warm, okay? It keeps the coffee warm. So y'all know I have coffee in my cup. I have mushroom coffee in my cup today. What are you drinking? Is it, coffee, tea, water, orange juice, smoothie? Listen, if you got a little something stronger in that cup, I'm not judging you this morning. I sure am not judging you if you have a little something stronger in your cup. Let me know what you're sipping on, where you are watching from, and what you are sipping on. Hey, Bishop Vonne, it's so good to see you. You're drinking Green Mountain French vanilla coffee, and Bishop Vonne and Pastor Joyce are watching from Las Vegas. So glad that you are here this morning. Thank you so much. Danny is watching from Princeton, New Jersey, and you're drinking regular coffee. Maya is coming in from Harlem, New York, and drinking honey citrus mint tea. That sounds so good. Did you make that? Did you like combine those yourself, Maya, or did it come like that? Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. What you drinking, Instagram? I see y'all over there. What you drinking in South Africa? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Hey, brother Dave Tony is on drinking mushroom chicory coffee. That sounds good. Hey, Beth White, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Drinking dark roast coffee. You're in Mount Kisco, New York. Thank you for joining us from Mount Kisco, New York. Hey, Princessa Waba Aba. Listen, come on, Waba Aba. Uganda. She's from Waba Aba, Uganda, and watching from Kampala. And you're happy. Listen, I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're here. Maya is drinking Starbucks. You're so addicted. Listen, I know somebody else that's watching right now. They used to be addicted to Starbucks, but I think I think they might be delivered. I think they might be delivered from Starbucks. Drinking hibiscus tea. So here's the thing. Y'all know from Yard, if you if you have followed me any amount of time. And one of my favorite drinks, of course, is sorrel, right? Child, why did it? I wait. It was when I was an adult that I learned that it was actually hibiscus leaves. I did not know that. Child, I don't know. Y'all kept it from me, but so hibiscus tea is the truth. But I have it in the form of sorrel with a little bit of rum in there. It got to listen. It's not real sorrow if you don't got the rum. You got to put the rum in the sorrow to make it sorrow. Okay? Yes, yes, brother. Dave told you said sorrow is everything. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I need somebody to make me some and ship it over to Ohio. Amen. And my sister Allison made me so sorry. Listen, Allie makes like the best sorrow, right? My mom does too. My mom makes some really, really good sorrow. And we put the little rum in there and she has to hide it, from the kids because you got to hide it in the back of the refrigerator when nobody else gets it. Because we don't want the kids to be high and lifted up and we don't want that to happen. Okay. So thank you for sharing what you are sipping on this morning. We are going to move forward in our program. Do me a favor, keep sharing today. Oh, wait, I'm missing the people on Instagram. I'm so sorry. North Carolina is in the hey, Larry L. Sipped too much last night, headed to sip liquid IV. we praise the Lord for liquid IV. I miss you, sis. I miss you, L'Oreal. Thank you for joining us on Instagram. I see my brother Dwayne Queen in the house. Good morning. Hey, Noah Love. Listen, the people are coming in. The people are coming in because and if you are on LinkedIn, please shout yourselves out. Listen, shout yourselves out. I can't see LinkedIn right in front of me right now, so I will have to go over there to kind of matter of fact, I can just check my phone. But yeah, shout if you join on LinkedIn, shout out. Hey, Shakira. Oh, coffee at the diner. Tuned in. Thank you. Okay, we are going to get into our program today. Listen, I'm so excited to welcome back Vonne Williams. Welcome back. Listen, Vonne, you probably gonna end up being a co-host one day because you just been on here so many times, but you're doing so many wonderful things. You're doing so many wonderful things, and we got to let the world know about it. Vonne Williams, international business and money coach. And I'm going to read this full bio because I went over to the website. And I was like, ooh, the bio is updated. Let me let me read the whole thing because you guys need to know that this is no fly-by-night individual we're talking about here. Vonne Williams knows her stuff. So Vonne Williams is a dynamic force committed to empowering entrepreneurs and young adults on their journey toward financial prosperity. A dedicated investor, international business coach, and tax accountant, Vonne's passion for her mission is deeply rooted in her own life experiences. And we're going to talk about that a little later. In the wake of the 2007 market crash, Vonne embarked on a transformative journey toward financial empowerment. Witnessing firsthand the financial turmoil that many faced during this period ignited her passion to make a difference. Having worked as a sound engineer in the entertainment industry, she observed young entertainers and athletes experiencing substantial wealth followed by drastic financial losses. This eye-opening experience fueled her desire to understand the dynamics of wealth management and financial stability. This dedication to unraveling the complexities of money led Vonne to establish a thriving tax practice in Harlem, where she has spent over 2 decades assisting businesses and nonprofits. Yet her mission extends beyond number crunching. She is recognized as a recurring challenge faced by her clients, particularly small businesses. A lack of fundamental knowledge in effective financial management and core business foundation often left them in dire situations, owing significant amounts to the IRS that could have been strategically managed. This realization hit close to home, as Vonne herself had witnessed the dire outcomes. Let me scroll down of financial mismanagement. Vonne's educational background further exemplifies her holistic approach to financial empowerment. Holding a Bachelor of Science degree in electronic technology from Norfolk State University, as well as a certificate in audio engineering and production from the Institute of Audio Research, Vonne's diverse experiences equip her to tackle financial empowerment from a well-rounded perspective. 6 years of service in the United States Army as a communications officer honed her leadership skills and discipline traits she now applies to her roles as an investor and coach. Additionally, her involvement in Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated underscores her commitment to community engagement, personal growth, and empowerment. Vonne's impact isn't limited by borders. When I say she's international, she collaborates internationally with entrepreneurs in South Africa and actively engages with the social change agents to foster positive change on a global scale. Closer to home, Vonne passionately shares her message of abundance and financial stewardship in public schools, not-for-profit organizations, and her church community. So as we prepare to have a conversation with Vonne, y'all know I had to go hunt down some videos, but these are, I string 3 of these shorts together just to give you a taste of who Vonne is if you're meeting her for the first time.
What's up, visionary? It's your coach, Vonne Williams. Check this out. If we want the rainbows, we get to put up with the rain. If we want the things in our lives that really mean something, then we get to go through our go-through. We get to stretch ourselves and make ourselves uncomfortable so that we can get the life that we want to have, right? If we want the rainbows, we get to put up with the rain. What's up, visionary? It's your coach, Vonne Williams. Listen, did you know that you can just make some small shifts in your life to have the kind of life that you want? Just a simple mind shift and being grateful for what you have so that you can have access to what you want. A simple little thing, just showing a little bit of gratitude, and that has the power to shift everything in your life. Hey, what's up, visionary? Listen, if you are looking to change your situation financially, you need to take a look at what your habits are. What are your spending habits? What are your saving habits? What are your investing habits, right? And then you take a look at all of those things and decide, do these things serve me or are they going to forward me? And if they're not, you get to switch, you get to shift and change your habits.
Good morning, Vonne.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? I'm so excited to have you here, back here, hanging out with me on Inspire.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm humbled and grateful as always to be here with you. And we can talk about that co-host thing. I'm all right with that. All right. And it's too early. Okay. It's too early, Pastor. It's too early.
It's too it's too early. Listen.
Thank you for that introduction. I'm sorry.
Oh, of course. Listen, you are just amazing. I tell people all the time, you are responsible for there even being a Cara Solutions. You gave me the confidence that I needed to launch it. And even though, listen, I've been just turned 4 years old.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
And I want to quit every day. I feel like quitting. And I got here kicking and screaming and made many, many mistakes, pissed off many clients, like, I mean, done so many of the things that fell in so many of, I guess, these, I don't know, pitfalls is coming into my head, but I don't know if that's the phrase that I want to use. But I'm grateful to know that I am not the only entrepreneur that goes through this. Right? We don't get it right all the time. But there's something that keeps me going. And it's so funny because I reading the book, it's like that's one of your desires, that no entrepreneur quits. Right. So I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for this book. I love it so much because it sounds just like you. Huh? It sounds just as if you were having a conversation with somebody, good. Right? I'm like, this is Vonne's voice. Now, sometimes you read a book and you did, but this book is literally written in your voice. So we're going to talk about why you wrote the book in a minute. But before that, what's in your cup, Vonne?
All right. So outside of me, when I'm doing my thing, one of my hobbies is coffee. Mm-hmm. So I love coffee from different places. I like to study where they came from, how they grow it, who's growing it, the whole nine. So this is a coffee called Volcanic Moon. It is a Sumatra from Bali, and it's grown near a volcano. So on in the back of your throat, once you sip it down, you get the feeling, or there's a hint of ash that I like. So yeah, this is from a company called Java Mama. They are, and this is a single origin coffee as well. If you're into coffee, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they're I'm not sure where they are, but they air roast the beans, and so that makes it environmentally, I don't know, friendly, green, whatever. So they air roast it, and it comes out pretty good. And I got the hookup. If anybody is interested, Java Mama, but I got somebody who is a direct link, and he keeps me in, really, really, really good coffees. There's another one called Death by Chocolate.
Oh, that sounds good. I love me some chocolate.
Yeah, and it is coffee. There's a little bit more hint of chocolate than most, but this Volcanic Moon right here, and I love Sumatra anyway. So and
Sumatra's my favorite.
Is it really? Especially those from Indonesia. So if I can get me some coffee, some Sumatra from Bali, we in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's a mantra from everywhere, but this one does it for me.
Yeah, I was just about to say they asked you to lift the mug up, so lift it up. That is Vonne's mantra. Don't die broke. Don't
Yep.
die broke.
And you can order those as well. We'll get into that later.
Yes, we will get into that. So let's talk about this book.
All right.
What is the concept of behind the 87-day MBA, and what led you to write it?
So, wow. So that's a two-part question.
Mm-hmm.
Just talking to different entrepreneurs and people who want to get started. I got this business idea, but I got this. I think I can do this, but. And so after the but comes the reason why. So I listened to the reasons why, and I said, that's really not a reason. That's not a reason. And most of it is I'm scared, or I don't know what to do. It just seems so complicated. And it's like, it's not complicated. It can happen. All right. Now the 87, and I'll get into that as well. Now the 87 days. So there's a myth that it takes 21 days to break a habit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I did a little bit more research, and there was one particular study that, just kind of stood out to me. And it said that it takes about 66 days or so to create another habit where it becomes automatic.
Mm-hmm.
66 and 21, 87 days, whatever. Now, most programs, if you will, or classes, they're 90 days, 90
Mm-hmm.
days long, right? So I'm like, it's 90 days, but we're going to call it 87 days because of, my math. And so the other thing that I've learned is that entrepreneurs, when we first get started, we have some really bad habits. We have really, really, really bad habits. But in order for us to make our businesses happen, we get to create some new habits. And so with within the 21 days, let's like really hone in on what habits that we have that are not desirable or conducive to our business.
Yeah.
And then in the next 66 days, let's create some new habits that are going to support us in our life and support us in making having our businesses turn out.
Yeah.
And so that's really the concept.
Thank you for sharing that with us. We are giving away a copy of this book today. So make sure you type the hashtag inspire. Make sure you type the hashtag inspire, right? Inspire, one word, not inspired, just inspire. And make sure that hashtag is connected to the word, or else the system will not pick it up. So please type the hashtag inspire to win a copy of Vonne's book today. And we're also going to also support her. So I'm going to put that link for you to purchase the book. If you're not getting it for yourself, buy it for someone else. And so I'll put that link in the chat in a minute. So what are some of the key principles or strategies covered in your book that can help ease the fears of aspiring entrepreneurs and support them on their journey towards business success?
The first thing is stop overthinking. Stop overthinking, breathe, calm down. It's really not that hard to start a business. And really like get connected to it and ask yourself, why do I want to start this business? Who can I help? Right? What impact am I going to have on the planet? Like those are like really like the basics.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard. Like stop overthinking. And I'm analytical and I'm mathematical.
Yes.
So everything has to equal.
Yeah.
It has to balance.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't, then it sends me into my thing. Okay, whatever your thing is. So like don't let that send you spiraling.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that Yes, we get to sit in our feelings, but if we stay there, then we're prolonging the people and the planet that we get to impact.
Mm,
If that makes
mm.
sense.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. And I'm going to ask you about identifying one's unique assignment or purpose in a minute. But you talked about like overthinking earlier. You talked about this changing of the mind, right? This mindset.
Absolutely.
So what? Let's talk about mindset shifts, right? What is the mindset shifts that individuals need to cultivate in order to overcome their fears and succeed as entrepreneurs?
So the first mindset shift is gratitude.
Mm,
It's gratitude. We get to show gratitude. And I say on my lives, a lot of the times when I'm talking to y'all and it sounds like I'm getting at y'all, I'm really talking to myself. Okay. And the reason that I say that is because sometimes, just sometimes, it's like, I'm not making enough money, or I'm not meeting my goal this month, or I'm not meeting my goal this year, or pick a myriad of other things that I don't think that I'm doing, right? And and in that moment is when I get to stop
mm,
and be extremely grateful and showing gratitude to and for everything that is going right, all of the goals that I did hit, all of the things that I did accomplish, all of the people that the firm did get to impact. And when we do that, it gives us access to some other things. It
mm.
also helps us calm down into the things that are not happening, right? So the first thing is gratitude. The second thing is if you were given an idea and the idea was downloaded into you and you can see it through to fruition or completion, then it is you who is supposed to be doing this thing or creating this product. It is you. And so what that comes back to is worthiness. Am I worthy enough? Because that's the thing that's one of the other things that keeps us from doing it or
Yeah.
starting the business or writing a book or whatever the case may be. Am I worthy? And I have the same conversation. Sometimes, I'll pick the book up and I'll read it myself just to remind myself what I said. Right. And I'm going, oh my God, I'm not doing that.
Mm,
So how am I out here telling other people to do it and I'm not doing that? And so it'll send me into my thing, whatever your thing is, right?
yeah.
But then it's like, but wait a minute, it's finished. I did it.
Yeah.
So what am I having this conversation for? You know? So if you got the idea, it is you. You are worthy. You're enough. Ha. I am worthy. I am enough. I can do this. Right. And the third thing I want to say is get okay with the pain. Get okay with it. That's the thing about us as human beings. Some of us are really, really, really like hedonistic. We don't want to feel any pain. Sorry. I'm talking to myself again.
Right.
We don't want to feel any pain. And so we get to get okay with that. The pain is the thing that pushes us forward. The thing that we are afraid of the most is the thing that's going to get us to our next thing, to that goal, because you got the vision for the product or the service. You got the vision in your mind. You can see it. But don't be delusional and think that, you're not going to have to go through the car wash, right? Because the car wash bounces the car around and, the things are swirling, you're getting wet. It's going to happen. You just said so. But the thing that you also said is that, I'm in my 4th year. What? And yes, it was not without bumps and bruises. It was not without letdowns. It was not without arguing having conflict with clients. It was not without mistake that you might have had to eat, and it might have been costly.
Yeah.
You might have had to give some refunds.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you're still here. and Cara Solutions is still doing what it does. Even got this amazing
Mhm.
show, right? Who so it has it has become more than just what Cara Solutions started out as.
Yes.
And look at how many people that you're touching. I mean, you've provided services for me. And I can honestly say that, I like I'm almost positive that I have not even touched into what else Cara Solutions can provide. So you get to do what was downloaded. You're worthy. Be grateful. Be grateful that it's you, because nobody can do it like you can do it. Nobody can. There are plenty of financial coaches. There are plenty of entrepreneurship coaches. There are plenty of tax accountants in the world, right? But nobody does it like I do it.
Mhm.
Nobody does it like I. Nobody will do it like you do it. I just weave baskets. Yeah, but there's something really special about your basket. Yeah. And that's all I got. I can do this all day.
Listen, the show is over. That's all. That's all we needed to. Whew, Jesus, you're talking to me today. Thank you for this reminder this morning, right? Because I know I'm not the only entrepreneur that gets so discouraged
Mhm.
sometimes, right? When
Yeah.
we're going through those, when we're going through the pain, and
Yeah.
yeah, we don't like the pain.
We don't. We don't.
We don't like
I
the
saw
pain.
something yesterday. It was really interesting, and it said something about I go from loving my business to wanting to quit. Um, and I feel like this season happens every 5 minutes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Life of an entrepreneur. We ask, what am I really doing here? Am I crazy? I could just go get me a job, go to my 9 to 5, come home, do what I got to do, and then that's it. But
Yeah.
then, there's something that says, nah, you can't do that. You can't do that, baby. I didn't put you here to just do that. Yeah, go ahead and do that. But realizing when you come home, you got this other thing over here that you got to do.
Right, right.
So you may as
Whew,
well go ahead and do that.
go ahead and do that. So talk a little bit about, thank you, Vonne. Talk a little bit about identifying your assignment and identifying your purpose as an entrepreneur.
So it's the thing, the idea, the product or the service that will not let you sleep.
Mm.
If it keeps coming up, if it keeps coming up, then it is you. Like, get to it. If it won't let you rest, and not like restless every night, but every now and then it comes up. You might be talking to somebody and they say, you know what? I think you should do X, Y, and Z. And you're like, okay, this is old 25th person that has said this to me.
Mm.
And it keeps coming up and keeps coming up and keeps coming up. Or you're sitting and writing or watching TV and the idea comes back in your head. And it's like, why do I keep thinking about this? Why does this keep coming up?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's when might want to dig a little bit more. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I see you coming in, see these comments. Listen, if you have questions for Vonne, please post them. Please post them. Tasha says, she hates the pain. Jesus be a fast forward button.
What? Yes. She right.
Yeah, and Maya says, right, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. But that isn't, and I love that comment, Maya, because it's in that uncomfortable space where growth happens. Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so like I feel like perpetually uncomfortable, right?
Yes.
And but that's where the growth happens. So we
Absolutely.
are going to, you know what? Let me take a quick break, and then we're going to get into some of the quotes that I pulled from your book
Okay. Whee. All right.
for you to
Oh,
expound on.
sure.
So thank you all for joining us. Again, we are chatting with Vonne Williams, and we're going to get into some station identification and some housekeeping, and we'll be right back with more conversation with Vonne. So thank you again for joining us. I see you again on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Do me a favor. It's not too late to share. It's not too late to share this conversation. If you are an entrepreneur, you know someone who is, you desire to become an entrepreneur, this conversation and this book is for you. We are giving away a copy of the 87-Day MBA. So be sure to put that hashtag inspire for your opportunity to win a copy of Vonne's book, which is phenomenal. And it will make you work. It will make you think. It will make you reflect. It will also make you work. This is not, it's a good read. It's a wonderful read, but you also got to put some work behind it. Speaking of work, this is our last Saturday in Black Women's History Month, and all month we've been doing women-owned business spotlights for free. We've been promoting Black women-owned businesses for free for the month of April. And today's spotlight is Trinita Stovall. She's the founder and CEO of Trinita's Treasure Boutique. And Trinita's Treasure Boutique is dedicated to providing an extensive range of statement jewelry pieces that inspire confidence and complement any outfit. Their sizes range from small to 3X, ensuring every woman can find a piece that makes her feel beautiful. Come visit our boutique and discover the perfect accessory for your wardrobe. And so go ahead to their website at trinitatreasureboutique.bigcartel.com, and you can find her on Facebook at Trinita TB. So thank you, Trinita, for offering your boutique for us to go and find some wonderful, wonderful pieces. Next up on One and Right. So there's Inspire's doing a new thing. If you missed the Pink Love Lab live last week, you missed an amazing program. It's hosted by the phenomenal Dr. Renee Amin, the raciologist, and you get to submit your anonymous love, life, or relationship questions to her at Renee Amin 034. You got to text that to 37607. I'm going to post this all in the chat. Don't worry about it. Or if you happen to be watching Inspire right now from your laptop or something other than a mobile device, you can also scan. So you can go scan that barcode to submit your anonymous question on life, on love, on relationships, and she will answer them on live. She would answer them during the live broadcast. So the next one is May 16th, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the Pink Love Lab Live is the first show that is a member of the Inspire Network. It's the first show that's a member of the Inspire Network. And so Inspire Network, where inspiration finds its voice. And so we offer everything from consultation to full live stream production packages for your podcast or your talk show. So if you're interested in learning more about joining the Inspire Network, please email me at sue@getinspired.live. Email me at sue@getinspired.live to learn more about how you can become a part of the Inspire Network. That is it. We are getting ready to get back into our conversation with Vonne. And so, listen, I hope you shared. I see you on Instagram. I hope you shared because there's some more good things coming up. Let's bring Vonne back. Hey, welcome back, Vonne.
Hey.
They say yes, expansion. Listen, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying these downloads, right? And so, so before we get into your quotes, this ADHD anxiety thing is just like, oh my God, right? Like I already have a brain that will not turn off.
Right.
And so I'm always getting, but it's always the same the same types of downloads, right? And I think for me, because I've done something similar in the past, um and it might have been successful, but it had to end or whatever. Like I'm afraid, like there's this fear that's there to bring something back or to try something new, or I'm like, girl, where you getting the money from? Right? Like
Mhm.
how you gonna do this? And what if you um and what if, what if your anxiety and ADHD or whatever, like what if it hinders you from really being successful? Like what if this is another thing that you don't complete? But I'm reminded that Inspire is like 2 years old.
Mhm. Exactly.
Almost every set, like this is something that I completed.
Right.
Um, Power Solutions is four. This is something I completed. So
Right.
I have to, that mindset thing,
Yeah.
right? And I have to think about, what are the things that you have completed, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, Maya says manifest and tell yourself the money is there in abundance. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, Beth says Vonne Williams is a lot of things. You are saying, a lot of things you are saying I can identify with. Every morning before I pull out of the driveway, I do a gratuity list. I love that, Beth. Facing self doubt and fear are some of the hardest things I've had to learn how to make them manageable. Not
Mm.
to say I don't still feel it, but I have some tools to help me with the feelings and emotions that come with it now. I just wanted to say, you are an impressive human being.
Ha! Bless you, Beth. We go back actually a very like far.
Mhm.
Like I met Beth a long time ago when we were both working in IT. Uh,
Mm.
a long, 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 long time ago. That was my lunch buddy actually. And
Uh,
so, before I was any of this.
mhm, mhm.
So yeah, yeah. Bless you, Beth. Thank you so much for being here. This means everything to me that you're here with us today. This is awesome. This is
Yes.
awesome.
Thank
Wow.
you so much, Beth. All right. So I do want to, okay, so I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit
Sure.
because um something that comes from me, and I know because I keep putting it on myself, but I know I'm not the only one, right? We have this, like this, first of all, we have this imposter syndrome that comes up,
Hmm.
right? And we compare ourselves,
Hmm.
right? To other people so much, to other business owners, to other
Hmm.
entrepreneurs that are doing some amazing things, right? It might be in the same genre, right?
Hmm.
And so we're like, oh my gosh, I want to be like that person.
Hmm.
But we don't always know like this backstory of how this person got to where they are. So you share this in your book, right?
Hmm.
Can you share with us some of your lived experiences that led to where you are in life currently?
Sure. So, my first business, I had an audio visual business. So setting up microphones and speakers, and for concerts, and meetings and whatnot. And I loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Turned a profit in my first year. All right, did pretty good. Um, but kind of as time had gone on, now you get a little older. You shouldn't be swinging from the rafters, hanging lights. You should not be picking up heavy stuff. Well,
Yeah.
I shouldn't. And so I had to figure out something else to do.
Mhm.
And while I was still in, like, towards probably the end of that career, and in the end of, and don't get it twisted, I still do audio visual. If you need a microphone and a speaker, I got you. Okay. Still got my equipment, the whole nine. Just not as often. But I was doing corporate AV at Merrill Lynch, and who was one of the banks that were at the head of the debacle back in
Mhm.
2007.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
So subsequently, we all lost our jobs. Um, and at the time, I did not have any real savings to speak of. My credit was it was trash. All right, credit was trash. Um, and going through a nasty breakup at the same time didn't help. My demeanor was just, I just wasn't in a good headspace, period. And then I found myself in a situation where I didn't have any place to live. Okay. Uh, so I don't have any money. I don't have a home. My credit is garbage. What am I going to do? And I kept a lot of that to myself. Nobody knew. Right. Um, and so, a few months later, I was talking to my mom about something. She said, "Hey, why don't you go take the H&R Block class? You ain't doing anything. Go take the class." I said, "Okay, cool, whatever." Anyway, I don't want to do that, but whatever. So I took the class. Now let me backtrack a little bit too, because I was also involved in a not-for-profit, and so I had started to kind of get into accounting and bookkeeping and financial matters of not-for-profits and this sort of thing. So that was just me volunteering because I'm good with numbers. Whatever. Did not know that it was a setup. Did not know that it was a setup. No idea it was a setup because, like I said, that was a really bad time. Not even adverse. It was just bad. It was bad. So I needed to find something to do. Mom said, "Go do this." All right, cool. And so when I took the class and then I connected what I had been doing for the last 4 or 5 years, I'm like, there's something to this. Now, how can I help other people? Because it's not just about the tax preparation. That is what it is, right? It's about what's leading up to the tax preparation and using my own situation, because I'm broke, busted, disgusted, frustrated, credit, whatever. So how can I connect all of these things? And then I just began to talk to people. As I was out here wandering around New York City, I would find myself at the VA hospital a lot of the times because they would let me in. I could go in. It was cold in New York City. That's where I can be warm. So I'll hang out here all day. Maybe somebody will buy me something to eat. Maybe they'll be out here giving out sandwiches, whatever. Started talking to people. Some of them were my age at the time. Some of them were my age. So we're just talking. They're in the same situation that I'm in. No real jobs, your credit gone, now and a deeper cut is that they're veterans. And but somewhere between like 1990, no, let me take that back. Up until that point in the history of veterans getting out of the military, the transition between being in the military and being a civilian is very hard. We're used to something very structured. We know where we have to be. We know when we got to be there. We know why we're there, right? And transitioning to now, I got to kind of think for myself, and nobody helps us. So talking to them, and it's just like, well, this is what I'm doing to try to kind of get myself back on track. I read somewhere that with your credit, if you get these kinds of things, then you can, help build your credit back up. And if you get a spreadsheet or even a notepad or a paper napkin and you write down how much you're making and how much you are spending, then this is how much you got left, right? But if you've spent all of this and you didn't eat yet, then there's the problem. And then I see all these light bulbs going off. And I'm like, I like that. I like to see this light bulb thing happen. And I'm like, now suppose I do this all the time. This is a thing. And so, then and as time went on, from the taxes, I got into, life insurance and investments and these kinds of things. I can speak intelligently about those things, but I don't do that anymore. The tax prep and, helping entrepreneurs was a little more satisfying for me. So I don't do life insurance anymore, but I got somebody that'll get you squared away. I don't do financial planning anymore, but I got somebody that'll get you squared away. Can I help you get yourself out of debt and rebuild your credit? Absolutely. 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 Now, can I help you get started in your business? Even better. Even better. Right.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how, it went. That being in New York City with, in a car in the wintertime is brutal. And the heat didn't work. in the car. So,
Wow.
oh yeah, I've been sued. I've all kinds of stuff. Clients not happy with their results, and you made a mistake. And if I made a mistake, then I made a mistake. I
Yeah.
get to eat that one and press on. How we're going to fix it, and you can have your money back, and I'll fix the problem. So, yeah.
So we all I love the backstory, and of course, once you guys read the book, you'll see even more of that backstory. But we all have like lived experiences that were probably designed to get us not to become entrepreneurs, right? We're, to make us feel like we weren't worthy, we didn't have what it took, and all of that, and so we tend to see someone's success, right, and want to be them, but we don't know the story, and some of us probably would not have survived had we gone through some of the things that someone else had to go through to get to where they are, right?
That's right.
So use everything, use all of your story, right? Use your lived experience, right? Use that to catapult you and to help you become successful in your business.
Absolutely.
I see you, Chuck Hunt. I see you. Thank you all again. If we're getting ready to wind up in a minute, we're going to go a little over because I want to get some of these quotes in. But if you have a question for Vonne, I want to make sure she gets it. So she could respond to it. Okay, one of these quotes. If you're starting a business just to make money, I implore you to rethink why. This is from your book. Mm-hmm. And so that ties into another quote that you share in the book from Sean Hart.
Yep.
Right? It says, chase your assignment, not the bag. Talk about that.
So that one is hard for me. Chase your assignment and not the bag. And let's see, Sean is one of my coaches. We've been connected since 2017. So it's about 7 years, right? And he's always saying, Vonne, chase your assignment. Because I'm a money person. I'm chasing the bag. I want the bag. I'm not even ashamed about that.
Right.
Okay. But that bag that I'm chasing is temporary. It's temporary. When I chase my assignment, when I'm on my assignment, when I'm doing the thing that God has put me here to do, there's bags, not a bag. There's bags from multiple places. Okay. And so it didn't connect. It did not connect until I started writing this book. And I started writing the book probably 3 years ago. So for 4 years, chase your assignment, chase your assignment, chase your assignment, chase your assignment. And I'm like, dude, shut up. I want the bag. But he never gave up on me. So, here we are. Chase your assignment. The thing that I was talking about before, that thing that will not let you sleep, that is always coming up. That is the thing that you're supposed to be doing. And, once you do that, the bags just show up. They just show up. Yeah. Did I answer the question?
Yes, that did. That did. When you're chasing your assignment, I love the whole concept of bags, right? The bags will come, not just one bag.
Right.
I love it. All right. We talk ourselves out of our purpose because we are conditioned to believe what the outside world thinks of us. We need to recondition ourselves to believe that it's okay to make mistakes and it's okay if we get messy and look crazy.
Yeah. Had to learn that one too. And I had a lot of people saying that to me, which I didn't like. You're committed to looking good. You're committed to, standing up, being pulled up with your bow tie and your crispy white shirt. And, you don't want to look crazy. You don't ever want to look bad. You always want to be right. And I think my cousin Larielle is watching. She let me know every chance that she gets. Your mess stinks too. You're not always right.
Yeah.
And I Thank her for that, because it's very humbling. And this is why you're not always right. Boom, 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 boom. Not just an argument about you're not always right, but this is why. And then when I got to the point that being messy and looking crazy sometimes, those are where the lessons are. You spoke about that, in the beginning. Those are where the lessons are. We don't want to be sued. We don't want to look crazy, and then like let's really get real. The tax law is 7,000 pages long. I am not going to get it right all the time. The human brain doesn't do that. So I get to give myself grace. You get to give yourself grace. I think Dave Toney is watching as well. He doesn't hit the right note every single time. And he's amazing. He's amazing. It's like, does this guy ever sing bad? And I'm sure that he does. We just don't know it. But so we get to, if we don't like jump in with both feet and get okay with looking crazy, we will never get to where we're supposed to go. We'll never get there. And I don't like it. I'm as vain as they come. I don't like it. And hedonistic and yeah. Like, I don't want to feel any pain either. But if I don't, like, it took me a year, 14 months to write that book. It took me 14 months. Why? Because I'm afraid of what people will say, or the people that I admire that are influencers, they're already out here doing this. So why would I write a book? It's the same book. And it's not the same book. Nobody can do it. Nobody delivers this message in this book the way that I do. There are millions of books on entrepreneurship, but nobody has done it the way that I've done it. Just like I'm not doing it the way that they're doing it. And so that's the thing that we get to remember. It's okay to look crazy. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah, it's okay to look crazy.
I will remember that. It is okay to look crazy. How do you prioritize self-care and mental well-being as an entrepreneur?
If you had asked me that 3 weeks ago, I'd have been like, I don't do that. Well, I was coming to the end of the tax season, and self-care kind of goes out the window when I'm trying to, get tax returns out and this sort of thing. But it's and I talk about this in the book. It goes along with those habits. So, I get up a little earlier than most. And that's because I need that time for me. And I get to fill myself up before I go giving all of myself away to everybody or whomever wants it all day long. So the first thing is, fill yourself up first, whatever that looks like for you. For me, it's, grabbing my cup of whatever coffee of the day is, grabbing my journal, praying, meditating, listening. And so that's what I need first. Now, the other stuff is we take really big vacations. When I go on vacation, I go on vacation. From, I want an Uber Black to come and pick me up, to take me to the airport. I'm going to the Delta Sky Lounge and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to wait. I'm going to, fly in first class. I'm going to get the oceanfront thing, hotel room, whatever. And the reverse is going to happen when I come back. So for me, that is the biggest form of like self-care that I can do regularly. It's just eating the best that I can and understanding that our body changes as we get older, and our food choices get to change. They just get to change, right? And doing some form of movement. And the older that you get, the movement is essential. Your body doesn't break down stuff the way it used to. Please move. Please, please, please move. Move. Keep the circulation going. That is important, right? And getting enough sleep. Now, again, if you had asked me that 3 weeks ago, when I was burning the candle at both ends, you'd be like, "Oh, you hypocrite," but whatever. So get enough sleep, and those are the kinds of things that'll keep you like level, keep you like thinking properly, and making better decisions or making good decisions. It gives you very good discernment. So yeah, and make it a habit. Make it a habit. That's one of the things I talk about in the book. And there's exercises for you to do your like morning routine. I call it your success code. Do your success code, and that's going to keep you from having panic attacks and anxiety. And I know that when I'm off of my success code. Yeah.
Thank you so much. What is your dream for the future? What's next for you?
Oh, I want to impact as many people as I possibly can. Anybody who wants to start a business and want to stay in business and stay in business as long as you can, and then you want to exit the business and sell the business, come and talk to me. I want to impact. That's really why I wrote the book. The book is a course. It's an 87-day course where I walk you through all of the steps, and I bring in some of my colleagues to talk about the things that I'm not the expert in. I'm not a marketing expert, right? Don't know a thing about it, but I have people who help me with that. So I'm like, well, if everybody cannot take the course, then I can write the book. And then everybody has access to the book. You can get it from me directly, or you can get it on Amazon. It ships all over the world. So how can I touch, move, and inspire and help other entrepreneurs create change on the planet? Entrepreneurship is the greatest equalizer. Damon John said that. And it really is. And if there is something that you're supposed to be doing, whether it's writing a book, creating a product or service, creating a course, like let's make it happen so that you can fulfill your purpose on the planet and give to the people who are supposed to get it. Wow, that was a lot. I'm sorry.
No, that was perfect. Hey, Pastor Charles, L.A. Watterson. Good to see you, my dear
Hey,
brother.
Pastor,
Listen to people out here supporting you today. We
I
are
appreciate it.
we are at the end. We are at the end. It's always a good time. Always a great
Always a good time.
conversation.
Mhm.
And I know we'll have you back again. But let's get into this giveaway. If you had the opportunity to type inspire, if you didn't do it, type hashtag inspire. Do it right now. I'm gonna give you 1 second. Well, maybe more than 1 second. But go ahead and type in that hashtag inspire, so that you can win a copy of the book. All right, I see y'all typing it in. All right, we're getting ready to go ahead and do this drawing. We make sure that there's no space between that hashtag and the word inspire. Make sure that there is no separation between that and the word inspire. All right, we're getting ready to do our drawing. I've already dropped that link for you to purchase. So if you don't win today, it's all right. You can go ahead and purchase the book. I got mine. I was able to get mine on Kindle.
Yep, you can get it on Kindle
Get
as
it?
well. Absolutely.
Yes, and yes, Vonne is so full of wisdom. Yes, she is. And that's why she is here hanging out with us on this Friday today. All right, let's get into our drawing today.
Ha! My man.
Yay, Dave Tony. Wait a minute. Tasha was telling the queen not to cheat because she put but Dave Tony, you are the winner of Von's book. Please
Yeah.
inbox me with your contact information, your address. I'll make sure I get it over to Vonne so that she could send you a copy of the book. Again, I placed that link inside of the chat for you to go ahead and purchase it. I got mine on Kindle, on Amazon, but we also want to make sure that that money goes directly to Vonne. So if you can go straight to that website, I'll post it in there again. the 87day MBA.com to purchase that book, that would be great because that money goes right to Vonne. It goes right to Vonne. Vonne, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Absolutely. The
again.
pleasure has been all mine. And if I might pray for everybody, my entrepreneur's prayer.
Yes, please.
Grant me the wisdom and the capability to fulfill my purpose on this earth, aligning my actions in a manner that not only pleases you, but also serves the individuals I am destined to help. And that's paraphrasing from a prayer from King Solomon, the greatest entrepreneur ever.
Listen,
Right.
I need you to do something with that King Solomon and entrepreneurship. Maybe that's the next book.
Okay.
Maybe that's the next one. Y'all, thank you for joining us. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Until next time, I want you to stay lifted. I want you to stay motivated. Most of all, I want you to stay inspired. See you next week.